Hi y'all, Meister here. I just wanted to go ahead and maybe tell y'all this because it had to come out sooner or later. And you'll have to pardon the loud mouths across the road. But this is something that I've never really made public. I was attacked. Not by a person, but by something that I can't really explain. Because, yes, I gotta smoke, because this is gonna get wild. So, where to begin with this one? I guess, I was 16 when it started getting really bad active. I don't know. But, so, it started with the nightmares. Yes, there's some wild nightmares. Like, I can't really go into complete detail about it, but I can give you the important details. So, whatever it was, like, the leader was me, or whatever sick, twisted, demonic thing made itself to look like me. As, I don't know, like 5, maybe 6. I mean, I guess I could just put this out and go get a picture. You know what? Yeah, let me do that. Alright. Sorry, I was hitting record. But, yeah. Believe it or not, that is me. Yeah, that's what was attacking me in my dreams. Or nightmares, I should say. Like, I don't even think it was me. Because why would I attack myself? Like, how is that even possible? Well, nightmares, they could go whatever you want. They can go any way they like. And it wasn't just normal nightmares either. Like, they would pick up where they left off. When I would wake up, they would pick up where they left off the second I go back to sleep. So, yeah, I told my parents about it. My mom said, "It's just a dream, Jeff. It's not real, and dreams don't do that." Well, actually, there are cases where, like, even a good friend of mine lives up in, I want to say, was it Louisiana? Like, he moved away from Crestview, and he had similar situations. Like, he was talking about how, like, before he left, he was talking about how he would have nightmares that weren't even close to what I had, but similar, where they would pick up where they left off when he woke up, when he went back to sleep. What should we give him? We'll call him Jason. Like, I don't actually know any Jasons. Well, actually I do, but, we'll go with Jack. I legit don't know any Jacks. So, Jack was telling me before he left that because I was telling him, look, man, I know we're not really the closest of friends, but I gotta tell you this. You're the only one who may understand. I've been having wicked nightmares, and they pick up where they left off when I go back to sleep at night. I bet Wyona and Thomas are going crazy. Yeah. Wyona's about to beat the crap out of Thomas. But, anyway. And it doesn't end with the nightmares. Like, when I would wake up... Thomas! Well, I think I kind of got his attention. But anyway, it doesn't end with the nightmares. Like, it's not just that I had a violent teen years. Well, last bit of my teen years, really. I'm not saying I had a terrible childhood, because I had a really nice childhood. It wasn't the life kind of childhood, but you kind of probably get where I'm going. So, yeah, it started as teen years. I would see these things around the house, and they put themselves in horrid memories. Like, just right outside here, in the direction that I'm pointing. So, me and my brother, we'll call him Chris, for privacy reasons, was after me. He was drunk, and he came out here swinging a shovel because he was after me, and one of them put themselves in that memory along with two others. I don't know the best way to describe these things. Like, they were definitely not good. Like, they were actually there. I know they were. My mom heard one of them walking down the hallway. I mean, she thought it was me going down the hallway, but one thing she forgot is I sleep with my door shut. I would sleep with my door shut in there. And the door was open in the morning. I mean, one could argue, oh, you just forgot to shut the door. Well, I never forget to shut the door. So, yeah, there was actually something there. There was a bunch of them. So there's like 3 of them out here. And it was like one would be right in my face. No matter where you looked, up, down, left, right, it never left. And there would be one jump at me from one position, and another one jump at me from another. And it would put these other things in front of me, like Mom and Dad. I guess it's like something like what could have happened. So, I don't know. I'll go ahead and give y'all more details on what they looked like. They had red eyes that would burn holes right through your soul. They had like 3 to 4 inch long teeth, top and bottom, and they never stopped grinning. And right in the house, there's 2 more things that happened. I wasn't the best of teenager to my family. I'll admit that. It happened years ago. I might as well say it. Excuse me. My dad had me pinned to the floor because I was out of control because of medication. Yeah, there's a reason I don't trust doctors anymore. I don't trust them with my life. So, right in here, I think his heart was starting to really palpitate. And it was hard on me too. Like, didn't want this for him. And I was basically in there hugging him, saying, please don't leave me, I'm sorry. Begging begging it not to end worse. So, another one hidden that memory, and it showed it to me. And then it would jump at me as if it was about to reach for my head and pull it right off. It was horrifying. And I guess another time that I was on the floor, I kicked my mom, and it hit in that one too. Like, they were very violent back then. They've subsided over the years. I still see them around. I don't know what these were, but they were like metal demons or something. In fact, it hurts to talk about the worst ones, just because those memories are so bad. And I really didn't want to bring them up because they really hurt me. And my mom was saying that they're not real and I need to go on meds for hallucinations. I said, Mom, these are actually real. You asked me why I was up that night, and I was not up. She heard one of them walking around. I was not up that night. So, if she could hear them walking around, they had to be real. And I had, like, you know how demons will scratch you? I had a massive scar, like, right up here. It was in a V shape. Like claws. She asked me why I was hurting myself. I said, Mom, do I have claws on my fingers? Like, yes, you can see where they kind of point upwards, but it was deeper than that. So, how could I take like 3 fingers like this? Like, I can't hold these like this very long. It was like straight line right down my arm here. Tell me, how could I do that and have like a perfect canyon right in my arm? 3 perfect canyons right in my arm. It makes no sense. So I just stopped talking about it to her because she was calling me crazy. My dad seemed to try and understand, but couldn't. Because how exactly do you understand something like that? Oh, and it just wasn't just in the house. They followed me throughout driver's education. They were in the back seat of the Corolla. while I was practicing. And then they were with me in the car. When my grandfather passed away, I ended up seeing like 3 of them at the site. When the EMTs pulled my grandfather out of the house on the stretcher and I went up to see him, I was in a lot of pain, and they were there. There was one of them in the bushes behind him, one of them in the car, and one of them in the truck that my sister, Cat Dragon Lady, was supposed to inherit. Right where I was sitting in that truck. The last day me and him got along. And here's where the pain really gets bad. Excuse me. The pain really gets bad here. We didn't always get along. But I was in real pain when he left us. In fact, I was wanting to take his place. It was so bad. So, in the very passenger seat of that truck, I saw another one. They were staring right at me. I didn't tell my sister this because I didn't want to scare her or make her turn against me. These things were hiding in the bushes. And just a few weeks ago or whatever, I don't know, I guess I just couldn't handle it anymore. And these things, I don't know, I guess they just love feeding off this pain or something. But I just kept hearing these voices, you did this, you did this, you did this to him. And I was actually jumping out in front of cars, not trying to cause a wreck. But you can probably gather what was going on from there. I'm not saying these things were behind it, but they were there when we went to see me and my sister went to see our grandfather for the last time. And they were looking right at me. I mean, I've told you about the attacks. I've told you about the nightmares. I'll give you a little bit more details on the nightmares before I go into more details about what I'm pretty sure was demons. Take from this what you want. You can believe it if you want. You can disbelieve it if you want. But just know, I'm telling you the truth. The nightmares was my entire childhood being used against me. Being used to attempt to kill me. Like, just about every toy I had was out for blood. And any toy vehicle I had was being used to come after me. The demons hid in places where I caused harm or damage. And they would jump out at me right there. They seemed to call out in some way, but I don't know what it was. It sounded like, excuse me, it didn't sound like coughing. You know those loudspeakers? They're kind of like a horn or siren. Imagine one of those with a broken speaker, where it's all garbled and, yes, loud, like trying to say something, but it can't. You can't talk through it because it's broken or something. Yes, they would do that, or it was something like that. So, take what you want. But, just know, I didn't really want to talk about this because it was bad. So, sorry, I know, smoke or cough. But, one more thing. Be careful out there. Whether you believe in demons or not, these things will come after you. They take on all forms. They will even take the form of someone you love or would have loved. So, I guess thanks for listening. I might cover a little bit more on this later, but just be safe out there, y'all. Don't get so weak to the point where you'll end up being chased or stalked or attacked by demons. Because, believe it or not, demons are real. They will come after you at just the right point in your life. They feed off of negativity. I've even narrowed them down to categories. We got followers. We got attackers. We got feeders. We've got misleaders. And we got those that inform Satan of proper prey, that I call informants. That's it. Bye, y'all.